Hello, this is Caleb Barney with Russell Real Estate, and today I wanted to go over where we are currently at in the Cleveland, Ohio market or Northeast Ohio market, and where we've been, where we are, and what I don't like to make a lot of predictions, but what I'm seeing as far as like where we're going then as well. So as far as the statistics that we'll be looking at, it's actually a 25-mile radius from where my Strongsville office location is on Pearl Road. I work for Russell Real Estate, so that's where that little red dot is. And just a quick heads up for anybody looking to buy, sell, or invest, I do serve areas outside of this. So, for example, I've gone and looked at properties in Sandusky, under contract for an Ashland property right now, Worcester, Mogador, which is actually down here, sold properties in Menor, Paynesville, East Lake, stuff like that. So this is the primary area that we'll be looking at today, but I do serve areas outside of these locations as well. So as we get into that, into the statistics, you'll see again, 25-mile radius from the Strongsville location for Russell Real Estate. And I just put property type as residential, so we're not looking at any multifamily deals, any land deals, commercial deals, anything like that. So this is going to include both single-family properties and condos or townhouses. And when we get into the statistics, people have asked me basically where we're at in the market, if we're still seeing homes selling for above asking price, below asking price, and basically people are just kind of curious to see, can we get a deal or not? And as far as asking price, there's always, no matter what market you're in, you're going to be able to get something below asking and something above asking. Because asking price, that is actually just a pricing strategy that the seller and listing agent are going to come up with as far as what they're really trying to achieve. So you can price a property high. Say a property should be selling around $250,000. Well, if you price it at $270,000, just hoping that you get a needle in a haystack buyer, sure, you might find somebody that would be willing to pay that for it, but a lot of the times that actual property might sit on the market for a little while, become stale. You'll have to do a price decrease, chase the market down, and somebody's going to potentially, buy that property for under asking, maybe closer to 250, which was market value in the first place. So in that case, it would look like, hey, it was listed at 270. We bought it at 250. What a steal! When in reality, it was worth 250 the whole time. Vice versa for pricing it low and trying to get a bidding war. If you take that same property and you list it for 230 or 225, you're going to attract a lot of buyers more than likely. And that's when you could sell it quickly. You're probably going to have a bidding war. And when all is said and done, maybe you sell it for $250,000. So again, that's where the asking price to close price ratio on a whole, when you're looking at the entire market, sure, maybe it makes a little more sense to look at it like that. But when you're looking at it from a deal by deal basis, I would say that it really doesn't mean that much because I don't know how that property is actually being marketed and if that's an appropriate ask price. All that to say is, where are we in the current market as far as price per square foot ratio? I could say that despite the rising interest rates, we're still seeing increases this year as well. So you could see here from 2013, obviously we're still rebounding from the Great Recession in '08, basically. But you could see that on average, the dollar per square foot or price per square foot ratio, you could get a house for about $77 per square foot. That number has steadily increased, and every year it's gone up. And you could see that even from 2022 to 2023, we saw a $10 per square foot increase in all of the houses that are being listed here for sale. So quite a bit. Um, it's definitely not really slowing down that much. I mean, yes, it's slowing down compared to the past couple of years because you saw a $16 increase on a dollar per square foot basis from 2021 to 2022. And before that, you saw a $13 increase from 2020 to 2021. So, sure, we're only seeing a $10 increase here, but that's where, again, we just need to be careful and not say that houses are depreciating because they're not. They're going up in value still here, but we are seeing a slowdown in price growth, so a deceleration and not a depreciation. So that's the first thing. That's the dollar per square foot. I don't know why they didn't change this header right here, but if you look at this, I broke it down by sales price average. So these are on closed properties. And if you're looking at the average sale price here, you'll actually see that we are not seeing much of an increase. This is out of $285,000 or 285,000 listings almost. We saw a $3,000 increase here on the average sale price. So going back here, where we saw the $10 per square foot increase here, what I would say is maybe this year in 2023 compared to 2022, the average size home that is selling is actually a little smaller just because we're only seeing a $3,000 increase despite that higher dollar per square foot ratio. And then same thing if we want to take the median sales price as opposed to the average sale price, we still are seeing an increase. Again, it's slowing down compared to the past couple of years, but the past couple of years have not been normal. So when you look at 10 years ago, from 2013 to 2014, that median sales price only changed $2,500. Nearly the same from 14 to 15. You started seeing a little bigger increases from there, basically between $7,000 and $10,000. And then 2020 hit, and that's when we really started seeing major increases. So 2019 to 2020, that went up almost $15,000. Same thing from 2020 to 2021, and then same thing from 2021 to 2022. So they were increasing, the median sales price was increasing about $15K per year. Right now, we're sitting at only a $4,000 increase. So once again, it is still increasing, it's just slowing down. And that's where I just want people to be careful when they see these national headlines. I think I saw a statistic from Keeping Current Matters, where they said 25%, it was just over 25% of all, I don't know if they were homeowners or people looking to buy a home this year, thought that home prices were going to decrease over the next year. And really, there has not been any indication that that's going to be the case here. The only thing that I wanted to bring up here was close price to list price ratio. So let's just see how we're doing here since I brought it up earlier. But again, there's no indication that we're going to see home values actually decrease. But let's go to data. I mean, you can see here as far as what houses are closing at compared to what they're listed at out of that same 285,000 or 284,000 listings. You could see back in the earlier part of the decade, basically, we were seeing houses selling under asking on average, and that started changing 2021, 2022, and then this year houses are basically getting it at asking. Again, this is collectively out of the 284,000 listings over the past 10 years, but if you go to any individual house, you never know. I mean, I've seen some houses close for $50,000 over asking. I've seen some houses close for $50,000 under asking. So it just depends on their pricing strategy. And that also just leads me to say if you are looking to sell your home, make sure your agent is talking with you about that and just setting proper expectations because it makes it really easy for me as a listing agent if you want to price your home low. Because if you price anything low enough, it's going to sell and you're going to more than likely have multiple offers and a bidding war. But if if you just have an agent come to you and say, "Oh, I'll price it for, X price," and it's not a realistic price, don't just go with the agent that is telling you what you want to hear because what you list it for is not necessarily what you're going to sell it for your individual property. So they need to come with data, comparables, everything like that to really prove to you why your home should be listed where it's listed, and give you a range too, because ultimately, they can't see into a crystal ball, but they should be able to tell you with a pretty clear understanding. Hey, it would likely sell between this range and this range. So. That's everything I have for you today. If you have any questions about the Cleveland, Ohio housing market, let me know. I'd be happy to talk with you about it, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest. Again, my name's Caleb Barney, and have a great day.